Football is back, and this weekend has some of the biggest matchups of the year. What a crazy way to kick off the college football season. Not one, but three matchups featuring two top 10 teams facing off. Having this many big time matchups in one weekend usually only happens during the bowl season, but football is back in a big way. I want to go ahead and preview the three biggest games in a monumental college football Saturday. I want to go ahead and preview the three biggest games in a monumental college football weekend that extends from Saturday into Sunday night football as well. What games to watch, the best draft prospects, and storylines to keep an eye on. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First off, we have two top three teams duking it out to start the season. Ohio State and Texas. Arch Manning and the Texas Longhorns are the preseason number one overall ranked team, taking on the defending national champions. Arch is now the undisputed starter. With Quinn Ewers in the NFL with Miami, it's now Arch's time to shine. Ohio State will also be breaking in a new quarterback with Julian Sayin, and returning freshman phenom Jeremiah Smith is the most electrifying player in the nation. Julian Sayin is a sophomore who mostly watched last year and got a couple of snaps as the backup QB, watching this team win a national championship. Now he takes over, and his first start is against Arch Manning and the Texas Longhorns, but Arch mostly watched last year as well. He watched Quinn Ewers lead Texas over the last 2 years after he redshirted in 2023 and was the backup last season. But he did start a couple of games when Ewers got hurt and made brief appearances in that game as well. This game features two of the most talented rosters in the nation, both being led by inexperienced quarterbacks. In a game that is stacked with NFL draft prospect, Caleb Downs is a guy to definitely keep an eye on. But you also have to watch out for super sophomore Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate at wideout. Ohio State also has Sonny Styles at linebacker and so much more. Texas is led by Arch Manning and CJ Baxter on offense, with Anthony Hill Jr. and Malik Muhammad leading a star-studded defense. There's plenty of players to keep an eye on in this one. NFL draft talent evaluators will be watching this game, as these are two of college football's best battling it out for the number one ranking to start the season. This is what football is about. I cannot wait for this game. Two more top 10 teams battling it out. It's ninth ranked LSU and fourth ranked Clemson. Chip Kelly versus Dabo Sweeney in this one. Two big time programs that are both looking to compete for a national title this year. For LSU, it's important they get off to a fast start, as Chip Kelly has gotten off to slow starts every year. He took the job at LSU to win a national championship, and they've yet to do it. Now they go against Clemson's stout defense and big time pass rushers. This is a real test for Kelly's offense and QB Garrett Nussmeier. LSU was always stacked at wide receiver, but Clemson's D line has potentially two top 10 picks. Another player to keep an eye on for LSU is freshman running back Harlem Berry, a dynamic speedster that's going to add more explosion to that offense. But Clemson simply has more top 100 draft talent than any team in the nation this year, and they are also led by a highly touted experienced quarterback as well. They have Cade Klubnik at the helm, with speedy wideout Antonio Williams and Adam Randall at running back helping out, paired with arguably the best defensive line in the entire country. They have a top 10 talent in edge rusher TJ Parker and big 315-pound tackle, another top 10 talent, Peter Woods. They also have some underclassmen with talent as well on that D line. This defensive line is for real, and they have more than just the top two studs. They have some depth as well. They're a real test for LSU, and the winner of this game should be considered a national title contender. There will be top draft prospects all over the field, possibly even more than the Texas Ohio State game. Keep an eye on Harold Perkins Jr. for LSU and a couple of underclassmen as well, Tradez Green. But the biggest test might be LSU's O line versus Clemson's D line. absolute must see TV. But that's not the end of football this weekend or top 10 matchups, as number 6 Notre Dame is taking on number 10 ranked Miami of Florida. Another fun matchup. This one is on Sunday night. This is going to be another really fun game to watch. It'll cap off this weekend and college football on Sunday night. Notre Dame might have the best running back in the country with Jeremiah Love, an early hopeful for the Heisman Trophy Award. They also have big time talent at wide receiver as well, with guys like Malachi Fields and Jaden Greathouse, but they are relying on first year QB CJ Carr. There's a lot of quality NFL talent in this one. Miami's new quarterback is Carson Beck, who transferred from Georgia. They have big time talent in the trenches on both offense and defense, and underclassman Mark Fletcher Jr. Notre Dame has a talented offensive line, and this should be a great matchup that caps off an incredible weekend. Football is back, and college football is getting things going with a bang. A ton of great games, and this weekend's slate features some powerhouse matchups that will have playoff and national championship ramifications. What a way to kick off the 2026 football season. Let me know in the comments if you will be watching, or come back and let me know if you do watch, and let me know what your favorite game was. Please hit the like button to support the channel and stay tuned for year round football coverage.